First question, light year is the unit of dash. Answer is distance. Light year is the unit of length to measure large distance, that is astronomical distances. The total distance traveled by light in a year is called 1 light year. 1 light year is equal to 9.46 into 1012 kilometer. The second is the unit of time. Meter per second is the unit of speed. Candela is the unit of light intensity. Second question, match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct answer using the code given below the list. Acceleration meter per second square. Force Newton. Work done joule. Impulse Newton second. Third question, match list 1 with list 2. Select the correct answer using the code given below the list. Watt power, knot speed of ship, nautical mile navigation, calories heat. Question number 4. Which one of the following instrument is used for locating submerged objects in an ocean? Answer is sonar. Sonar, that is sound navigation and ranging, is used to determine the depth of water and to locate the underwater objects. Fifth question, ammeter is an instrument for measuring either direct or alternating AC, that is electric current, in amperes. A power meter is used to measure power reading. A voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference between 2 points in the circuit. Odometer is a measuring instrument for distance covered by motor vehicles. Ondometer, measuring instrument for frequency of electromagnetic waves. Audiometer, a device for measuring sound intensity. Sixth question, which instrument is used to measure atmospheric pressure? Answer, barometer. The instrument used to measure the atmospheric pressure is called as the barometer. Manometer is used to measure the pressure of the gas. Hydrometer is the device for measuring some characteristics of liquid such as its density or specific gravity, whereas hygrometer is an instrument used to measure the amount of water vapor in air, in soil, or in confined space. Seventh question, radar is used for determining the presence and location of objects with radio waves. Radar is an acronym for radio detecting and ranging. It is basically a detection system that uses radio waves to determine the range, angle and velocity of object. Moreover, used for distance measurement, hence can be used for detecting and locating the position of objects like aeroplane. The working principle of the washing machine is centrifugation. Centrifugation is a separation process that uses the action of centrifugal force to promote accelerated settling of particles in the solid liquid mixture. The washing machine consists of a centrifugation for this purpose. Question number 9. Energy conservation means energy can neither be created nor destroyed. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed but can only be converted from one form to another. According to the law of conservation of energy, the total energy of an isolated system remains conserved over time. Question number 10. As the train starts moving, the head of the passengers sitting inside lean backward because of inertia of rest. From Newton's first law of motion, an object which is initially at rest will continue to do unless an external force acts on it. Hence, when the train starts moving, the man is still at rest and hence appears to move backward with respect to the train. This is called inertia of rest. Question number 11. Weight of human body is maximum at the poles. We know that weight depends on the acceleration due to gravity, that is g, and g is inversely proportional to the radius of earth. The radius of earth is minimum at the poles, so g is maximum at poles. Hence weight of the human body is maximum at poles. Question number 12. An artificial satellite orbiting around Earth does not fall down. This is because the attraction of the Earth provides the necessary acceleration for its motion. The artificial satellite orbiting the Earth remains in their orbits and do not fall down due to the attraction of Earth's that is gravity, which provides the necessary centripetal acceleration. Question number 13. A geosynchronous satellite continuously active in its orbit due to centrifugal force, which is obtained by, answer is, the gravitational force on the satellite by the earth. Question number 14. The intensity of liquid drop to contract and occupy minimum area is due to surface tension. Due to surface tension property of liquid, free surface of the liquid in the drop tends to have minimum area and out of all geometrical shapes available for same volume. The sphere has the least area. Therefore, a small liquid drop assumes spherical shape. Question number 15. Kerosene oil floats on water because its intensity is less than the its density is less than the density of water. Kerosene is a less denser than water. The density of water is 1000 kg per m3 and the density of kerosene is 810 kg per m3. When something has less density than water, it floats on water. Question number 16. Fish can survive in frozen lake because water near the bottom does not freeze. Underneath the frozen upper layer, the water remains in its liquid form and does not freeze. Also, oxygen is trapped beneath the layer of ice. As a result, fish and other aquatic animals find it possible to live comfortably in the frozen lakes and ponds. Question number 17. Light appears to travel in a straight line because the wavelength of light is very small. The light appears to travel in straight line because diffraction or deviation from the path is the least in light. Diffraction is least because of small wavelength of light. So small wavelength of light causes the light to travel almost in straight line. Question number 18. The formation of glittering color in thin foam of soap is the result of which of the following phenomenon? Answer is total reflection and interference. Interference is the phenomenon in which two waves superimpose to form a resultant wave, the intensity which is greater or smaller than superimposed waves. Interference is of two types. Constructive interference, the process in which the intensity and amplitude of the resultant wave are greater than two superimposed waves. Destructive interference, the process in which intensity and amplitude of the resultant wave is lesser than the superimposed waves. The color of the soap bubble are produced due to interference. The color are seen in soap bubble due to the interference of light reflecting off from the front and back surface of the soap film. Question number 19. The sun is visible to us a few minutes before the actual sunrise because of refraction of light. The sun is visible to us about 2 minutes before the actual sunrise and about 2 minutes after the actual sunset. The sun is visible because before the actual sunrise and after the actual sunset because of atmospheric refraction. With altitude, the density and the high density and hence refractive index of the air layer decreases. The light rays starting from the sun travels from rarer to denser layer. They bend more and more towards the normal. To an observer on the earth, light ray appear to come from the apparent position. The sun, which is actually in its original position below the horizon, appears in an apparent position above the horizon. Thus the sun appears to rise early by about 2 minutes, and for the same reason it appears to set late by about 2 minutes. Question number 20. Red light signal is used as a danger signal because red light is scattered least. Red light scatters the least as it has the greatest wavelength. So red light is able to travel the longest distance through the fog, rain, air particles. That is why the red light is used in danger signal, not because of it is more attractive and common. Question number 21. In driving a car, which type of mirror would you like to use for observing traffic at your back? Answer: convex mirror. For the observing traffic at our back, we prefer the use of convex mirror because convex mirror has the much larger field of view than the plane mirror or the concave mirror. Question number 22. Concave mirrors are used by the doctors for the examining eyes, ears, nose and throat. Concave mirrors are used to obtain an enlarged image of these organs. Diverging mirrors of convex diverging mirror or convex mirror diverges the light rays falling on it and the image appears diminished, which do not help in close inception of the organ. Plane mirror obtains the image as a same size of the object and hence does not serve the purpose. Mirage is an optical illusion arising due to the total internal reflection of light. Concave mirror are used in searchlights. In summer, white and light colored clothes are preferred to dark colored clothes generally. Question number 23. Consider the following phenomenon. Which of the above are optical illusions? Answer: the size of the sun at dusk, color of the sun at dawn, twinkle of stars in the sky. Optical illusion are the visual illusions that differ from reality. The size of the sun at dusk, the color of the sun at dawn, the twinkle of the stars in the sky are optical illusions because of atmospheric condition. The size of the sun at dusk, the size of the sun at different intervals of the day will appear different because of the optical illusion. It will appear larger during the morning time because we see it with other objects in the environment. It will appear smaller in the noontime because of the presence of clear sky and appears more clear during evening time. Color of the sun at dawn. The color of the sun resembles optical illusion throughout the day. Light is composed of many colors and out of all those colors, red color travels farthest in the atmosphere and appears to be seen at last. During noontime, sun appears whitish and yellow in color. The twinkling of the stars in the sky. Stars have their own light and as a result cause an optical illusion. This happens when light travels through various layers of the atmosphere before reaching human eye. The moon being visible at dawn. It is not an optical illusion because the moon is visible at dawn during the half of the cycle of full moon to just before new moon. Pole star being visible in the sky. It is not an optical illusion as pole star appears in north or south pole, which completely depends on the earth's rotation. Question number 24. Consider the following statement. Which of the statements are correct? Fiber optics is based on the principle of total internal reflection. In an optical fiber communication system, power consumption is extremely low. Optical fiber communication are free from radio frequency interference. All the statements are correct. Optical fiber is a technology partnered with the data transmission using light impulse traveling along with a long fiber which is usually made of plastic or glass. Metal wires are upgraded for transmission in optical fiber communication as signals travel with lesser damage. These are based on the principle of total internal reflection. An optical fiber is a flexible, transparent fiber made by constructing a glass or plastic to a diameter slightly thicker than that of human hair. Major companies operating in India under the optical fiber cables market includes Steric Technologies Limited, Himachal Futuristic Communication Limited, Aksh Opti Fiber Limited, Phenolics Cables Limited, Birla Cables Limited, Vidya Telelinks Limited, Cables Limited, Uniflex Cables Limited, West Coast Optilinks. Optical fiber communication are liberated from radio frequency interference. Question number 25. Consider the following natural phenomena. Due to which of these phenomena a mirage is formed? Answer: terrestrial heating, reflection of light. The phenomenon of mirage is formed by the terrestrial heating and reflection of light. Due to terrestrial heating, layer of air of different densities, that is different refractive indices, are formed. The ray of the light strikes different layers refracted and cause mirage and optical illusion. Question number 26. Consider the following statement. The sunlight reaching the Earth's atmosphere is scattered in all the directions by gases and particles in air. In the visible spectrum of colors, blue light is scattered the most as its wavelength is least. Due to this, the sky appears blue. Therefore, statement. Rainbow, a band of 7 colors Vibgyor, is the natural spectrum. It is caused by dispersion, that is splitting of white light into 7 constituent colors of sunlight by a tiny droplet of water present in the atmosphere. During sunrise and sunset, the rays have to travel a larger part of the atmosphere because they are very close to the horizon. Therefore, light other than red is mostly scattered away. Most of the red light, which is the least scattered, enters our eye. Hence, the sun and the sky appears red. Question number 27. Consider the following statement. If a person looks at the coin which is in the bucket of water, the coin will appear to be the closer than it really is. If a person underwater looks at the coin above the water surface, the coin will appear to be at the higher level than it really is. Both the statements are correct. When light passes from the denser medium, that is water, to the rarer medium, that is air, it bends away from the normal. Therefore, light coming from the coin kept at the bottom of water filled bucket bends away from the normal. After refraction, thereby coin will appear closer than really it is. If the object is kept in the rarer medium and observed from the denser medium, the apparent height is more than the real height. Therefore, question number 28. The hand burns more by steam comparatively to boiling water. Question number 28. The hand burns more by steam comparatively to boiling water because the steam has latent heat. Steam will produce more severe burns than boiling of water because steam has more heat energy than water due to its latent heat of vaporization and additionally latent heat of condensation. Question number 29. In cold countries, alcohol is preferred to mercury as a thermometric liquid because alcohol has a low freezing point. The alcohol thermometer or spirit thermometer is an alternative to the mercury in glass thermometer and has similar functions. Mercury has the freezing point of minus 38.83 degrees centigrade, and hence in cold environment mercury will freeze and hence mercury thermometer won't be able to function. On the other hand, the freezing point of alcohol is minus 114 degrees centigrade and hence an alcohol thermometer will be able to work perfectly in comparatively colder environments. Question number 30. Cloudy nights are warmer compared to clear cloudless nights because clouds reflect back the heat given off by earth. Cloudy nights at night, cloud cover has the opposite effect than in the day. On cloudy days, clouds reflect the sunlight to space, keeping much of the energy away from the surface and leading to cooler temperatures. At night, if skies are clear, the heat emitted from the Earth's surface freely escapes into space, resulting in colder temperatures. However, if clouds are present at night, some of the heat emitted from the Earth's surface is trapped by the clouds and re-emitted back towards the Earth. Question number 31. Which one of the following types of waves are used in night vision apparatus? And answer, infrared waves. Infrared waves are used in night vision apparatus as these are very low energy radiation waves which are available below red rays on the visible spectrum. Question number 32. What is the purpose of evolved laser interferometer space antenna, that is ELISA project? Answer is to detect gravitational waves. The evolved laser interferometer space antenna, that is ELISA, is the mission led by European Space Agency. The purpose of ELISA project is to detect and accurately measure gravitational waves. Question number 33. Consider the following statement. A sound waves in rocks in the form of longitudinal elastic waves only. The flute is an musical instrument of the woodwind family. A flute of a smaller length produces waves of higher frequency. Sound waves travel through medium, even through extremely dense medium like rocks, in the form of longitudinal waves only. A good example is the shock waves from an earthquake can be heard hundreds of miles away from the epicenter after traveling through rocks in the ground. Question number 34. Consider the following statement about ultrasonic waves. They can destroy insects. They can clean clothes by removing dust. They can be used to treat disease. They can control automatic doors. All are correct. Question number 35. Assertion. A jet aircraft moving at number equal to 1 travels faster at an altitude of 15 km than while moving at Mach number equal to 1 near the sea level. A reason. The velocity of sound depends on the temperature of the surrounding medium. A is false but R is true. Mach number, a useful quantity in aerodynamics, is the ratio of air speed to the local speed of sound. The speed of sound varies with temperature. Since temperature and sound velocity normally decrease with increasing altitude, sound is refracted upward. Mach number is the function of temperature at altitude. With decrease in sound velocity, Mach number increases. Question number 36. Domestic electrical wiring is basically a parallel connection. Question number 37. What is the difference between CFL and an LED lamp? To produce light, CFL uses mercury vapor and phosphor, while an LED lamp uses semiconductor material. A CFL is less energy efficient as compared to LED lamp. LED bulbs are much more efficient than CFL bulbs in terms of power consumption and life years. LED is known as light emitting diode. A light emitting diode is the two lead semiconductor light source, whereas CFL contains toxic mercury. A fluorescent lamp is a low pressure mercury vapor gas discharge lamp. Question number 38. With reference to technologies of solar power production, consider the following statement. Photovoltaic is a technology that generates electricity by direct conversion of light into electricity, while solar thermal is a technology that utilizes the sun rays to generate heat, which is further used in electricity generation process. This statement is correct. Photovoltaic device generates electricity directly from sunlight using PV cells made up of semiconductors. Photovoltaic devices convert optional radiation into electricity. Several solar thermal systems can collect and transform radiant energy received from the sun into a high temperature thermal that is heat energy, which can be used directly or converted into electricity. Solar energy can be converted directly into electrical energy, that is direct current DC by photovoltaic, that is PV cells, commonly called solar cells. India as the manufacturing base of solar thermal technology as well as photovoltaics. Question number 39. Consider the following statement in a nuclear reactor. In a nuclear reactor, self-sustained chain reaction is possible because the neutrons immediately take part in the fission process. Every neutron released in the fission react initiates further fission. A nuclear reactor is a device to initiate and control a sustained nuclear chain reaction. The most common use of nuclear reactor is for the generation of electrical power and for the power in some ships. In every fission reaction in which uranium nuclei splits up to give smaller nuclei, 3 more neutrons are produced, which further results into splitting of heavy uranium nuclei, and more number of neutrons will be produced. In nuclear reactor, all the neutrons produced cannot take part in the fission reaction, else reaction can turn into extremely violent. Thus, graphite rods can be used as a control rods to slow down the speed of the fast moving neutrons. Question number 40. What is the difference between Bluetooth and Wi-Fi device? Bluetooth uses 2.4 GHz radio frequency band, whereas Wi-Fi can use 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequency band. Explanation. Bluetooth has no full form. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. It requires Bluetooth adapter on all devices for connectivity. Wi-Fi requires a wireless adapter on all device and wireless router for connectivity. Bluetooth consumes low power. Wi-Fi consumes high power. The security of Bluetooth is less in comparison with Wi-Fi, while Wi-Fi provides better security than Bluetooth. The radio signal range of Bluetooth is 10 meters. Wi-Fi, this range is 100 meters. Bluetooth requires low bandwidth, but Wi-Fi requires high bandwidth. Bluetooth uses 2.4 GHz radio frequency band. Wi-Fi can use 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz frequency band. Question number 41. Isotopes are those atoms of the same element which have atomic mass is different but atomic number is same. Isotopes are known as the atoms of the same element having the same atomic number, that is same number of protons but different atomic mass number, that is different number of neutrons. Example, carbon isotopes are given as 6C11, 6C12, 6C13, 6C14. Question number 42. Match list 1 and with list 2. Select the correct answer. Zero mass neutrino. Fractional charge quark. Fractional spin positron. Integral spin photon. Quarks have fractional electric charge values either 1/3 or 2/3 times the elementary charge. The positron has an electric charge of +1 e, a spin of half, and has the same mass as an electron. A neutrino is an electrically neutral, weakly interacting elementary subatomic particle with half integer spin. All evidence suggests that neutrinos have mass, but their mass is tiny even by the standards of subatomic particles. Their mass has never been measured accurately. Photon has zero mass and rest energy. Question number 43. The technique of chromatography is used to separate the substance from the mixture. Chromatography is the technique for separating the components or solute of a mixture on the basis of relative amount of each solute distributed between the moving fluid stream, called the mobile phase, and continuous stationary phase. Which of the following are examples of chemical change? Answer: souring of milk. When one chemical substance is transformed into one or more different substances, it is called a chemical change. The most common examples is when iron transforms into rust, crystallization of sodium chloride, when the solubility limit of NaCl exceeds the crystallization of sodium chloride can take place. It is a physical change, and since sodium chloride does not transform into some other chemical element after crystallization. Melting of ice. Ice is the solid from the form that liquid water takes when it is cooled below 0 degrees centigrade. When the temperature rises, solid ice changes into liquid water. It is not a chemical change since the composition of water molecules stays the same before and after melting. Souring of milk. Lactic acid bacteria ferment lactose at room temperature and turn into lactic acid. As the result, acidity of the milk increases, which in turn causes the protein to fold and liquid to separate into whey and viscous mass. The sold milk has new element and it cannot be reversed, hence it is a chemical change. Question number 45. Give thought of the following statements which are correct. Osmosis refers to phenomenon of the movement of fluid across the membrane according to the different concentrations of solute on either side of the membrane. The movement of the fluid is from dilute solutions towards the concentrated solutions. Reverse osmosis occur when the water is moved across the membrane against the concentration gradient from lower concentration to higher concentration. Imagine a semi-permeable membrane with fresh water on one side and a concentrated aqueous solution on the other side. In reverse osmosis, pressure is exerted on the side with the concentrated solution to force the water molecules across the membrane to the fresh water side. Thus, question number 46. The chemical composition of diamond is carbon. Diamond is composed of single element carbon and it is arrangement of carbon atom in the lattice that give diamond its amazing properties. Sodium vapor lamp is usually used as street light because light from this is monochromatic and will not split through water droplets. Sodium vapor lamp is the gas discharge lamp that uses sodium in an excited state to produce light. There are two varieties of such lamps, low pressure and high pressure. Low pressure sodium lamp are highly efficient electrical light source, but their yellow light restricts applications to outdoor lighting such as street lamp. High pressure sodium lamp have the broader spectrum of light than the low pressure lamp, but still poorer color rendering than the other types of lamps. Low pressure sodium lamps only give monochromatic yellow light and so inhibit color vision at night and will not split through water droplets. Because sodium vapor lamps cause light less pollution than mercury vapor lamp, many cities that have large astronomical observatories employ them. Question number 48. Doctor, artists and sculptors use calcium sulfate, which is popularly known as plaster of Paris. Monazite is an ore of thorium. Monazite is the phosphate material containing rare earth material. It is reddish in color. It is imported ore of thorium, lanthanum and cerium. Match list 1 with list 2. Select the correct answer. D. Best conductor of heat and electricity, silver. Most abundant metal, aluminium. Most malleable metal, gold. Poorest conductor of heat, lead. Question number 51. To make steel hard requires increase in quantity of carbon. Check the statements which are correct. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. Mercurius solubilis are the substance which mainly involves mercury. Brass is an alloy made up of carbon and zinc because they exhibit the good strength and ductility which is improved with zinc, that is 35%. Range of coloration of brass is red to golden yellow depending upon the amount of zinc added to the alloy. Magnetite is the main ore of iron. Mercurius solubilis is prepared from mercury nitrate. This medicine is used clinically in homeopathy for the treatment of infectious and suppurative processes. Mercurius solubilis is also used for treatment of various acute and chronic inflammatory conditions by homeopathic physicians. Silver nitrate is used in photography. Question number 53. Buckminster fullerene is a form of carbon compound in cluster of 60 carbon atoms bound together in polyhedral structure composed of pentagons and hexagons. Consider the following statement and select the correct answer. Water becomes harder due to the presence of calcium sulfate and it is not usable. Diamond is the hardest than copper and iron. Nitrogen is the main component of hair. Hydrogen gas is used in the manufacture of vegetable ghee. Question number 55. Which gas is used in the purification of drinking water? Answer: chlorine. Helium, it is used to provide an inert protective atmosphere for making fiber optics and semiconductor and for arc welding. Fluorine, it is used in semiconductor manufacturing of plasma etching, flat panel display production. Carbon dioxide, it is used as a refrigerant in in free in fire extinguisher for inflating life rafts and life jackets. Tear gas is ammonia. Ammonia is the colorless gas. It has a pungent odor with an alkaline and soapy taste. When inhaled, suddenly it brings tears to the eyes. The most reactive among the halogens is fluorine. The non-metal element of group 7 known as halogens get less reactive as you know to go down the group. This is opposite trend to that seen in the alkali metals of in group 1 of the periodic table. Fluorine is the most reactive element of all in group 7. What is untrue for bleaching powder? It is more not highly soluble in water. It is untrue. Calcium hypochlorite is an inorganic compound. It is the main active ingredient of commercial products called bleaching powder, chlorine powder or chlorinated lime used for water treatment and as a bleaching agent. So bleaching powder is soluble in water. The hypo solution used in photography is an aqueous solution of sodium thiosulfate. Consider the following statement which are true. Baking soda is used as a fire extinguisher. Bleaching powder are produced in Hasenclaver plant. Methane gas producing field is paddy field. Which one of the following pairs are correctly matched? Pyrene fire extinguisher, sulfur acid rain dioxide, fluorine refrigerant. Fullerene is an allotrope of carbon whose molecule consists of carbon atoms connected by single and double bond so as to form a closed or partially closed mesh with fused rings of 5 to 7 atoms. Which of the following is also known as wood spirit? Answer: methyl alcohol. The sensation of fatigue in the muscle after prolonged strenuous physical work is caused by accumulation of lactic acid. Which one of the following acid is used in the manufacturing of baking powder? Answer: tartaric acid. A mixture of which one of the following pairs of gases is the cause of occurrence of most of the explosions in mines? Answer: methane and air. Question number 67. Biogas mainly consists of carbon dioxide and methane. Question number 68. Tetraethyl lead (TEL) is added to petrol to increase its anti-knocking rating. That is, tetraethyl lead is anti-knocking agent and it increases the octane number of the fuel. Aspartame is an artificial sweetener sold in the market. It consists of amino acid and provides calories like other amino acids. Yet, it is used as a low-calorie sweetening agent in food items. What is the basis of this use? Aspartame is several times sweeter than the table sugar. Hence, food items made with small quantities of aspartame yield few calories on oxidation. Consider the following statements which are correct. 2. Sodium silicate and sodium sulfate are mixed as detergents in washing powder so that to maintain dryness of the powder, to maintain the basicity of the powder. Question number 71. Which of the following fertilizer leaves maximum acidity in the soil? Answer: ammonium sulfate. Humus is an example of organic colloids. Question number 73. Which of the following methods is used for measuring the age of the earth? Answer: uranium process. Uranium dating is used to measure the age of earth. Question number 74. Smoke screen is used in warfare for the purpose of concealment and camouflage. Smoke screen generally consists of fine particles of titanium oxide dispersed in air. Question number 75. Which one of the following are correctly matched? Flower, floriculture, cultivation. Crop, agronomy, cultivation. Fruits, pomology, cultivation. Vegetable, olericulture or cultivation. 76. Pedology is the science related to study of soil. What is hydroponics? Plant without soil enrichment. Darwin's theory, question number 78. Darwin's theory of natural selection is based on overproduction, struggle for existence and variation, survival of the fittest. Question number 79. Which of the following statements are correct? Roundworms has no circulatory system. In bony fishes, swim bladder is usually present. In cartilaginous fishes, fertilization is internal. All echinoderms are oviparous and not viviparous, as they lay eggs from which young ones hatch. Question number 80. Amphibia are animals living equally in water and on land both. Canola refers to the special type of oilseed mustard varieties bred for the human consumption. The main characteristics of this variety is that the oil is rich in unsaturated fatty acid. Question number 82. Desert plants have longer root system because roots grow in search of water. Lichens which are capable of initiating ecological succession even at the bare rock are actually a symbiotic association of algae and fungi. Question number 84. Aquatic fern which is used as a biofertilizer is azolla. Which of the following microorganisms are used as biofertilizer? Answer: cyanobacteria. Question number 86. The capability of the nitrogen use efficiency can be increased in crop production by use of split application, use of nitrogen inhibitors, use of slow release of nitrogen fertilizer. Using slow release of nitrogen fertilizer. Question number 87. Which of the following cell organelle plays the most significant role in protein synthesis? Answer: endoplasmic reticulum and ribosome. Question number 88. With reference to the latest development in stem cell research, consider the following statement. Stem cells can regenerate themselves in vitro virtually forever. The Indian research centers also created a few cell lines which can be developed into many types of tissues. Stem cells are undifferentiated cells which are pluripotent in nature with the capacity to differentiate into different kinds of specialized cells. These are of two types: embryonic stem cells and somatic stem cells. The embryonic stem cells are taken from blastocytes, that is less than 14-day-old, which is an embryo removed from the womb or brought from the fertility clinic, which destroy the life of human beings. The adult somatic stem cells are derived from adult somatic body tissue, that example bone marrow, umbilical cord, etc. Question number 89. The function of hemoglobin in the body is to transport of oxygen. Question number 90. The blood pressure in our body is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Question number 91. A married couple adopted a male child. A few years later, twin boys were born to them. The blood group of the couple is AB positive and O negative. The blood group of the three sons are A positive, B positive and O positive. The blood group of the adopted son is O positive. Question number 92. The process by which blood is purified in human body is called dialysis. Question number 93. When kidney fail to function, there is accumulation of nitrogenous waste products in the blood. Question number 94. Consider the following statement about probiotic food. The probiotic food contains live bacteria which are considered beneficial to humans. Probiotic food help in maintaining gut flora. Question number 95. It happens during the photosynthesis in green plants, taking carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Question number 96. Phloem in plants is mainly responsible for transportation of food. Question number 97. Which of the following is found in the composition of vitamin D? Answer: calciferol. Question number 98. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding amino acid tyrosine present in protein rich food? Answer: it can help increase in energy level, it can help with emotional and environmental stress, it can combat depression. Tyrosine helps make several important substances including dopamine, adrenaline and noradrenaline, thyroid hormone and melanin. However, it does not protect against free radicals responsible for aging. Question number 99. Which one of the following does not increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the carbon cycle of Earth? Answer: photosynthesis. Question number 100. Which one of the following pairs are correctly matched? Insulin, regulation of blood sugar; melatonin, regulation of sleep; oxytocin, release of milk from mammary glands; gastrin. It is peptide hormone primarily responsible for enhancing gastric mucosal growth, gastric motility and secretion of hydrochloric acid into the stomach. It is present in G cells of gastric antrum and duodenum. Endocrine cells present in different parts of the gastrointestinal tract secrete four major peptide hormones: gastrin, secretin, cholecytokinin and gastric inhibitory peptide. Gastrin acts on the gastric gland and stimulates the secretion of hydrochloric acid and pepsinogen.